Hello, welcome back to PlayStation Access. My name's Nathan, I'm here with Dave.
Hello.
Dave, another new map.
Yes.
This one is Renaissance.
Renaissance, that's very interesting.
I want you to guess where Renaissance is set once we start. And you can wait till after this countdown, because once this countdown is gone, maybe I shouldn't have even put it in. You'll have a much better...
Right. you live, you learn, you know.
A much better idea.
Some people will go back and change it even now.
No.
Well, I'm guessing it's because it's Renaissance. It's in Italy.
It is.
Do you want more information than simply
Well, it's
Italy?
going to be hard from this particular section of the map. It would be difficult.
Is it Rome?
No.
Okay.
Let's not just guess Italian cities. So this map is I don't know, describe it. It's kind of like a circular map with like cool structures and little alleyways in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's really any kind of major routes through. So I've just walked around the outside. I have highlighted again the capture points. This is also a hard point capture point, as we'll see in a minute, because that's the game mode that I decided to show off from this map. And you can see how unsafe it is. Like,
yeah.
I mean, this is why they design and then choose the hard points. In order that they can be attacked from several different directions, and none of them are too easy to kind of stack up. So basically, it's we're in Venice.
Right.
And that is the church is the kind of the middle focal point. That is the interior. There are some places which offer you a couple of vantage points and that you might run into people. In terms of where the kind of the footfall goes on the map and where all the action happens, it's basically inside the church and then in the areas around it. And then obviously you get pulled off to these different sections once the objectives kick in different game modes.
Man, all these archways are making me feel very uncomfortable. Like trying to hold C, just you're surrounded by walls full of arches, just pillars and little places to hide, nooks and crannies.
Unless one of the in-game characters, I see what you mean. These arches,
yeah, these arches.
From across
not the river. I'm not so worried about the canal.
Traveling. See this lane goes back down to the cathedral or the church, whatever it is, and then it is quite picturesque. This whole thing. Have you ever been to Venice, Dave?
No, I've not. I've never been.
I've been. It's nice, but I've not been since I was a child. It wasn't much. It wasn't very violent.
It's a very beautiful map. Again, I mean, we've said this loads, but this I really like just how different this is. Again,
applauding the variety for sure, definitely.
And is there? I mean, because this feels very. This doesn't feel very futuristic in any way. You know, it doesn't feel like a futuristic Venice.
No.
Not that I've been to Venice, but you know, it seems to be quite contemporary to me. Renaissance seems right. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of like where's a hover car or something.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So that goes back down to the area which I showed you, the super unsafe area. This is inside the church.
This is great.
Yeah, it's really nice. And there's like the most. So that's back up to point C. Obviously, that's the alleyway which I kind of showed you from the other side. And there's a little spot and that's the hard point with the statue on that side.
Yeah.
So what I liked about this map was it sort of felt familiar really quickly, and the action was. I mean, it's a really tight, packed map. There's like. You don't have to travel far to kind of meet people. This area
looks like a good spot.
With only 2 entrances, really is quite a good spot. But then because it's the quickest way to get from one end of the map to the other, it's also busy. So you have to be really careful.
Oh, it's near to. Is that B as well? Close to B.
Yes.
Like a good place to capture and then go and maybe hold the point.
So that's just to show you how people were getting around, because on this. The ring around this kind of fountain here, it again becomes another hardpoint area. I've just walked past it, but just to let you know, just that building's obviously been put there, but you can maneuver around it and kind of approach the hardpoint quicker and stealthily, like with using the cover of the buildings.
Yeah.
This is one of the other inside areas. Lovely restaurant. And again, just like, actually when I came in here after I played it a few times, I didn't even realise these windows were here. Obviously I realised this one was here because this is like a decent place to kind of assault the hard point if the other people have already got it, because you can overlook if they're lying down.
Yeah.
So this is us now jumping into the game. I'm trying to remember if we won. I think we lost. I think it was a close loss.
Right.
And it seemed like it was a team who were going to absolutely tear us apart. And then we unexpectedly came back. I don't know if they just stopped trying.
Those sort of archways, you saw that guy there, it makes you feel like maybe you can, run. I can probably run, pillars are they're going to disrupt, but I think that's probably not the case, and it seems fraught with danger. I definitely like this place. This seems like a good place to be.
I had my best times in the inside the church. I think actually this is Team Deathmatch, isn't it? And then I must have put some hardpoint on afterwards. Kendrick Lamar. All of the names of the accounts were just famous kind of artists.
Right, I did see Dr. Dre and Tupac on the last video we did, I think.
Tupac.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
That was me.
Fair enough.
There I am, look.
He's not dead.
Winning. No. No, none of these people are dead. That sprinkler, I thought, was a trap that someone had put down. But it wasn't, obviously. It's just awful.
Good to know.
Yeah, so don't worry about that. If
You're doing it now. You're doing the run through this. It looks like a bit of a gauntlet, that, I think.
That whole area just made me feel so unhappy every time I was
Oh,
in
I
it.
like this. I like the window. It feels like those windows, more than looking out of, they're almost there for you to get into that building quickly. There was another one that in there that was dark, and it looked like that was just sort of a little secret entrance almost. It was kind of worthless to shoot out of. But
Yeah, unless you want to get people on the stairs. I think you're right.
yeah.
A safe way out, so that you can kind of approach the hard point with an element of cover from the wall to the side.
It's making me want to go to Venice. I mean, I already wanted to go to Venice, but this is...
A sunny day. There's an ice cream shop.
It'd be nice to be able to turn off all the tourists, you know, like how they have done, especially the ones with futuristic weaponry.
I say I'm not so keen on getting, shot.
Vaporized.
Yeah. That guy's he's having a think.
Just having a little think.
Stop moving. Yeah.
You're doing quite well, Nath.
I'm doing okay. I've cut out all the times I died, Dave.
That's the special skill of editing, isn't it?
That's the key. I did end up with I'm never going to be the very best at Call of Duty or even among the good. But I ended up with a positive KD on most of the games I played at the capture session, so I was reasonably happy. And when things went wrong, I was able to find excuses quite easily.
A silver lining.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this happened because of this.
Obviously.
Yeah, the guns were wrong or something. I don't know. They're new maps. That's why I didn't do it. I can't speak Italian. No wonder I lost. But yeah, so the church is my happy place, and it was definitely. I mean, I think because over long distances, people who have a higher degree of skill than me have an advantage. So I think the kind of quick reactive spaces where
this looks made for some.
Yeah, this was the only time that really I used the equalizer with any kind of with any success, really.
I just can't, or keep seeing that church and just thinking it would be great to just be in there with a friend. Just
one entrance each.
Like one looks on your own, it's great, but as soon as you can add a friend in, and you get an entrance each or something, you're looking at some serious possible points there.
This is my favourite kind of spot as well. This is actually kind of overlooking. I've been into this window in this footage before, but not kind of showing you down this way.
Yeah.
And that is because that's point B, and it's a hard point as well that I'm looking down on, and it's next to the church, so people are going in and out all the time. And there's only one place that people can come from behind you. That window is a really nice spot. Not that I'm advocating camping.
Of course not.
No.
But sometimes you just need a little break.
Sometimes I need a break.
Yeah.
People running. Although, like I said, I really do think that decent players are on the move constantly and just trusting their precision and aggression.
It's definitely a skill I've had to learn with contemporary Call of Duties, just to keep moving. And traversal's such a big part of it now. They build all these maps with that in mind. If you're not doing it,
you're like a shark.
You're not. You're leaving yourself open, I guess. You're not using all your skills to your advantage.
Poor sharks with the wrong loadout. I do like this grenade. I feel like I've included the only times that it worked.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that it's good as just throwing an actual grenade, but I really like being able to detonate it at any point.
It is nice to feel like you've done a better kill, doesn't it? It feels like there's more skill involved when you pull it off.
Yeah, that's what I like. Let's call it skill.
It's definitely a skill.
So this is me in the hardpoint, brave as ever. I'm not really sure, unless my team are doing a fabulous job of keeping people away from me. All I'm really doing is waiting until one of their team enters so I can contest it. Once you've got the hardpoint, you've got the hardpoint.
Well, true.
So I'm not sure. What I'm saying to me, cowering down on the ground, is what on earth were you doing? Get up.
Well, you've got to be somewhere, and I mean, if you are picking some off, then at least it's contesting it rather than it's contesting rather than just when they get there, you're not just giving it up straight away. So.
Life is so frantic, though, isn't it? Any given life is really, it goes so quickly.
It does. It does in my experience. Yeah, definitely.
So I'm not sure. I think maybe standing up and trying to shoot some people would have been better, but there you go. We're nearly at the end of this hardpoint game, Dave, and.
Are you going to win?
No, look, you can see how they're just constantly pulling ahead. This was a big moment where I thought if we'd held that for a few seconds, I think that was as close as we got. I couldn't even bring myself to show the
end screen.
Yeah, not showing it. But look, guys, that was a look at Renaissance, which is I think my favourite of the new maps from the Sabotage DLC, which is coming to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare soon. Do check on the channel for the other maps. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to PlayStation Access because we're great.